Hello, my name is Maddie. I'm one of the children's librarians at the Chatham Library, and I've got a couple crafts lined up for us today so that we can give everybody a little something to do while they're at home. I just want to take a moment to say that we all miss seeing your faces at the library. I know Miss Joyce, Miss Julie, Miss Catherine, we all miss you, and we hope everyone's doing okay. Got a few crafts that we can do. The first one that we're going to do is a little ladybug, and he's made out of a little toilet paper tube roll. For him, all you gotta do is you gotta cut this in half, and I've already done that. For the sample, I painted it, but all of these crafts, you can substitute different things. If you don't have something I'm using, you can use something else if it works. If you don't have paint, you can just color it in. I've been using an Expo marker. You can use Crayola, you can use Expo, you can use a Sharpie if you really want. But whatever you end up doing, it doesn't matter. You just gotta get creative. Use your creative side. So I'm gonna finish coloring this in, and then we'll be able to continue it. I figured we could do a couple different springtime things since it is spring and the weather is gorgeous out there. And I hope you're all able to take advantage of it. Even if you can't really go very far, you can still enjoy it in your yard. You can play different sports, just run around, see what adventures you can find. So I figured we could use a little bit of color and just do some springtime crafts. Alright, I've got that all colored. It does not have to be perfect, nothing does. It's whatever you make it. That's perfect. That's all you need to do. And for the wings, we'll have to use some red and then some black. So I've got red construction paper. If you don't have red construction paper, you can also just get plain paper and color it with a red marker. It doesn't, again, just be creative. Doesn't have to be anything perfect. I'm just reusing the same paper that I used the sample with. So for the wings, it doesn't really matter what size. Just kind of go whatever you think. You don't want the wings to be too big, but you don't want them to be too small. You want them to still be able to fly. So I just kind of, if you have a cup nearby, that'll work. If you have a cup nearby, that'll give you a good tracing. Perfect. Alright, there we have a good circle. Kind of hard to see, but we'll get through it. I'll cut it out so you guys can see. Does not have to be perfect, just whatever you make of it. He's going to be an adorable little ladybug either way. And it does not have to be a ladybug. You can use the rest of the toilet paper to make other kind of bugs, other insects. It'd be really cool to see what you guys come up with. That'd be really fun. Alright, we now have a red circle. Now, for his wings, it's actually, once you have the circle, you just cut it in half, and then you have two wings. So, just going to go ahead and cut it in half. There we go. We have our wings. And ladybugs all have the black spots on them, so of course we gotta get them some black spots. Get that out of the way. I also have some black construction paper here. I'm just gonna reuse the same piece that I used before. Don't want to waste any paper here. And for this, they're kind of tiny, so you don't have to use anything to sketch them out. I just freehand them and draw them little circles. And if you don't have black construction paper, again, you can always just draw them on with a marker. Does not have to be perfect, obviously. I'm not very good at drawing perfect circles. I'll do a couple of these, and I'll do a couple just drawn on so you guys can see. Alright, so as you can see, does not have to be perfect. Ladybug's spots are not perfectly round, so that is okay. Just make whatever you want. And I'll actually just go ahead and draw the dots on here. this is what it looked like when I cut out the circles, but I'll just go ahead and draw them so you guys know. It doesn't have to be done a certain way. Whatever you have at home, you don't have to go out and get anything special for these crafts. Just figure out different ways to make them unique to what you have and make them your own. It's okay if the circles aren't perfectly round. They don't have to be. I know mine definitely aren't. See? That easy. And if you ever need any help with these, just go ahead and ask an adult or somebody close to you, and I'm sure they'll be happy to make a little ladybug with you. You can make some dots bigger, some dots smaller, whatever you want to do. There we go. So I've got our dots done. These are our wings, looking good. So we'll go back, we'll get our little tube that I colored black. And if you guys have a glue stick, that'll work. If you have liquid glue, that'll work. Whatever you guys have on hand. I've got a glue stick, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swipe it across the top of the roll. I'll take one of the wings, and we kind of want to put them at an angle. One there, and the other one there. It helps to put your fingers in here to help hold and stabilize it. There we go. Hold that for a few seconds, and that way it stays. And that looks pretty good to me. And of course, we're missing one more thing on this. So, ladybugs, of course, have eyes. I used googly eyes on this one. If you don't have googly eyes, that's alright. Just grab a piece of paper, piece of plain paper, and if you don't have plain paper, notebook paper works just as well. We're just gonna cut a little circle out of it. Actually, I'll give this little ladybug rectangle eyes. That sounds fun. So all I did is I just cut off the corner of the piece of paper, got a rectangle, and I'm just going to cut this in half. That'll be his two eyes. There we go. So again, I'm just going to swipe the glue stick across, but this time in front of the wings, because you want the eyes to be in front of them. I'm just going to take these and put them on just like that. There we go. So there's the whites of his eyes. He needs the little black part so he can see. So just draw them on. So we've got one little eye here, and one little eye there. There we go. You can make him whatever you want. I gave him a little shine in his eye. Just whatever you want to do. And that is the ladybug craft. You can give him hearts for eyes. You can do whatever you want to do. You can do hearts for the spots. That would be really cute. Do whatever you think of, whatever you want to do. And put these out and get ready for spring for those. That's fun. Alright, that's our ladybug craft. That one's done. Set that aside. The next one I want to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make heart designs. So, one of the things that a lot of people have been doing is putting red hearts up in their window, just to kind of say thank you to everyone who's still working through all of this. And so you can make whatever kind of heart you want to do. I'm going to go ahead and, actually I'll just use this paper from before. That way I can save, or reuse paper, don't want to waste anything. I'm just going to cut off the parts that I already used. Alright, So all that we need to do to make a heart, really cool heart, is this little part I have left. I'm just going to fold it in half right there. It doesn't have to be a big heart. So once that's folded, we can go ahead and draw. You're going to draw half of a heart. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Whatever you make is already perfect. And that's kind of hard to see. Maybe I'll outline it in Sharpie so you guys can see. If you mess up your lines, that's okay. Just go back, see? That's what it looks like. And then you're going to go ahead and cut it out. And that's where the fold is, see? So whenever we cut it out, we'll have two sides to the heart. You can put this up anywhere you want. You can put this up in your window so everybody can see it. If you want to hang it on the fridge, you can. Wherever you want to put it, that's all right. Got a line on there. There we go. So this is what it looks like now that I've unfolded it. And you still got those lines on there, but that's okay. So once you've unfolded it, you can decorate it however you want to do it. If you want to put little hearts in your heart, you can. Just use any marker. You can use any color heart you want to make. I made a white one before, and I just put little, like, kind of looks like a candy cane, doesn't it? Just realized that. You can put whatever you want. You want to put more hearts in it, you can. If you want to put squiggles and swirls in it, you can. Does not have to be perfect. Any stars, any doodles you want to do, that is fine. Whatever you make, it's your creation, and you can give it to a parent, a sibling. You can put it up in your window for everyone to enjoy, but it's really whatever you want to do. Sometimes I'll put like little squiggles around it just to give it like a bit of a border. And if you mess up, that's okay. You can either keep working on it. It doesn't matter if it's messed up. See, I went over my line a little bit there, but that's okay. You give it whatever you want to do. You can even do little smiley faces. This little smiley face is crossing his eyes. Alright. You can make as many of those as you want, whatever you want to do with that. I'm actually going to probably hang these up on my window so everybody can see them later. So there's two crafts done. One more that I want to do for you. This one might be a little difficult, but it's still fun. It's still fun, I promise. So if you still have that cup that you used to sketch out what the ladybug wings were, then you can get that out. We're going to do a circle. I'm just using a white piece of paper. You can use whatever color you want. There it is. It's very hard to see. I don't know why the glare in the light is so bad. And then on this, you know what, I'll do it with Sharpie just so you guys can see. Again, trace over my lines. If you are using a cup to trace a circle, definitely use pencil. Don't use a marker because you don't want the marker to get to stain the cup at all. So use a pencil because that'll come right off. And then you can go over it with Sharpie if you want. And then from there, you're just going to draw a little swirl, starting anywhere, and you're going to work your way in. This is a little difficult, so if you need help from someone, definitely ask. In this one, we're making a hanging decoration. So you can hang it up somewhere in your ceiling, you can hang it up by your window. The end result, you should just get something like that. Just keep going in. If you wanted to start in the middle, you could just does not have to be perfect. That would work just as fine, and then you would just connect the ends there. Alright, so going back to this one. Now, all those lines, that's where you're going to cut. So now we get to decorate it however you want. Let's see. If you have a bunch of markers, that's fine. I don't have any washable markers. I do have a lot of Sharpies, which if you do use Sharpies, just make sure there's something under this. I need to repaint this table still, so I'm not worried about it. But definitely make sure there's something underneath if you're using Sharpie. Now I'm going to go with a blue color. I'll do light purple, and how about a yellow? How would that look? Works? Alright, let's do it. So I'm going to, I'll do just some triangles. That works just fine. So I'm going to start anywhere you want. You can do whatever you want. I did polka dots on one of them. It really doesn't matter. Just, again, whatever you want to do, make it your own. If you make a bunch of them, you can make a bunch of different kinds of designs and put them all together, and that would be amazing. That'd be awesome. You can do big designs and little designs. Whatever you want, just make it yours. Alright, that's enough of the blue. I'll move on to the yellow. And this one I'm going to do circles. So it's going to be a bunch of different kind of shapes in the different colors. You can make big shapes and little shapes and whatever comes to your mind. Alright, and then for the purple, I'll do squares. That sounds like a fun plan there. Whatever you want to color. If you want to color flowers on here, that's perfect. If you want to do squiggles or more swirls, whatever you want to do, you can surprise your family with different shapes. That looks good. Oh, one more. That's what all my shapes look like. Again, not perfect, but I'm happy with it. After that, we'll take our scissors and we're going to first we're going to cut out the circle. So go ahead and do that first. Alright, I've got that cut out into a circle shape. And you can either leave it like this and tape it up on your window, or we can cut out that middle swirl, and it's going to make something kind of cool. Pretty excited about this. Actually, a little hard to cut backwards. And if you stay on that line about as well as you can, that'll be perfect. If you go over a little bit, it's okay. Alright, get that cut out. And I've got a couple up there hanging right now. I'll show you once I get this one done. Then I'm going to finish this one, and I'm going to show you if you have thread. You can ask an adult if you have thread in the house. If you don't, you can use floss, which works just as well. I'll use floss for this just to show you how you could do it. Be very careful when you're cutting this out. You may want to ask for help from an adult or an older sibling. Alright, once that is all cut out, go ahead and lay it down. It'll be fine there. We'll grab our floss. It doesn't have to be a very long strand. That kind of was a long strand. Oh well. And what this is going to look like is you're going to poke a hole in the center there and thread the floss through. And it's just going to kind of hang from your window. And you can stretch it out a little bit if you want. Make sure it hangs. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it'll be a little cute decoration just to have. And it's pretty fun to make, so if you make a bunch of these, hang them up, that'll be fun. To poke the hole, you can either use your scissors, you can try and use a pencil, or if you have a needle at your house, you can do that. I'm going to try and use the scissors this time. And definitely ask for help from your parents or an adult, somebody nearby, because that is a little dangerous. Once you got the hole there, hard for you to see, I'll take your floss, just put it on through. Once it's through, just tie it right here. You're going to want to double knot it just so it doesn't fall. Alright, and I know this tries to stay up. You can fold that down a little bit, maybe curl it, just so it stays down. However you want to change it up, whatever it is, it's yours. You make it what you want it to make. There we go. It's a little ceiling hanging. I made a couple others up here. I have to get them down for you to see. Here's my polka dot one. It's really cool. I just had that hanging up in front of my window here, in front of my door. And the first one I made kind of big, so it doesn't work as well, but I'll show you just in case you want to try that too. And I had to use floss with it. I just colored a little rainbow on it. And it definitely is a little big, so it doesn't hold its weight very well. But it's okay, you can experiment and make it whatever you want to make it. Whatever you end up making, it's unique and it's yours, and it's perfect. And I think that's all the crafts I had for you today, but I hope that you guys are able to enjoy these and make your own. And I'd love to, if you guys share pictures in the comments of your finished creations, I'd love to see them. And I'll have to get some more crafts ready for you guys for next time. So I hope to see you all soon, and I'm glad I got to do this for everyone, give you all something to do. And I hope everyone's having a good day, taking advantage of the wonderful weather outside. It's very nice. I might have to go for a walk or something, or at least around my yard or something. But I think that's it. So thank you everyone who got to do some crafts with me. That was really fun. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you, bye!